It's Bella Flavor from AriesFireandCo.com. I'm doing a Mercury series. So we'll start with Mercury and Aries. Mercury, just to let you know, is my favorite planet. Communicating. I love communicating, even though my Mercury is in Capricorn, so they're not the one to talk the most. But anyway, I love, intellectual communicating and, um, they're, Mercury is also logic. The way you think, the type of logic you have, it's communicating, writing, presentations. The way you think or what you're going to present to people, how you go about, telling people what you're thinking or whatever. It's skills uh, and just to let you know, in your birth chart, your sun sign, let's say for instance, Aries sun sign person, their Mercury will be either Pisces, Aries, or Taurus. So it's always one before or the same as your sun sign or the one after. It can never be any other one. So it's really close to the sun. So a Mercury in Aries is their communicating style is really quick and impulsive to say what they're thinking. They don't really think before they talk, but they have strong beliefs and they will tell you what they think. They're not afraid to let you know what they're thinking or what they believe in, and they're very direct with their comments, and they won't sugarcoat anything. Really aggressive people, and like the ram, that's Aries sign. They're really aggressive and can be too blunt sometimes, can hurt people's feelings. Especially like a water sign or something, that might not be the best combination. And they are, have strong personalities and leadership qualities, and so they would be the kind of person that would, lead the conversation, the communicating, and not just let it hang in the air. And they'll be, they could be one to communicate or talk to you first, and ask you what you're thinking or tell you what they're thinking, or whatever. And their way of communicating it can be really surprising sometimes. They'll just like be really aggressive and like just um just say what they think, and they're not tactful at all. They can be really kind of hurtful sometimes, or just, even if it's not hurtful, just too blunt. And um their skills, their leadership qualities, about them can be good for skills that they have. They can work well under pressure. Um, and some of this information I've gotten from knowing about like a Mercury in Aries kind of a person, not just, information that I come across, on the internet, but an actual Mercury in Aries says these things about themselves, you know, themselves. They can work really well under pressure. But for like if they're just you know, have all the time in the world to do some task or whatever. They want to rush through it. They don't want to, take the time and to, you know, get all the details of the work proper and, in order. And it might be scattered and um it's it could have mistakes, like spelling mistakes or whatever. It's not very reliable in that way. They rush too much to get the work done. They just want to get it done and not, look over it and, edit the work they did or whatever. Um, they like more kind of, concise or, short kind of things to do. They don't want a long drawn out, task to do or work or, some kind of a learning. They don't want it to be, some big thing. They like it to be little. So they might even want to, if they're learning something, Mercury is learning also, they might want to take breaks, have short amounts of learning time and or hands-on kind of learning. That's what they're best at, not just sitting in the lecture that takes forever to, hear about or a bunch of details. They can, work really well if it's kind of like a hands-on kind of thing or competitive or with goals and if they have someone else to learn something with, if you can make it some kind of a friendly, even, competition, like, learning in that kind of a way, they can learn best that way, not if it's, some boring kind of a thing where it's just, not hands on or, not goal oriented. That would be kind of difficult for them to do um, but they learn really fast. Um, they would be like the kind of person to go from one thing to the next. Their work or their, what they're learning or, whatever. They're kind of impatient people. Um, and it's hard to stick to one thing for a long period of time for them. And their communicating style can be argumentative and but they get over stuff really quick. They don't, hold on to it. They're the youngest sign of the zodiac, so they'll get over something quick and be all cheery the next moment. If they communicated with you in some kind of a blunt, argumentative way. They're really, they are friendly people, so they can just let it, you know, forget it, whatever, forget what they said and move on and be happy again. And but Mercury and Aries would be the kind of person that um their skills or their way of communicating, they could be the kind of person that you know would create something like Twitter, like short, concise way of communicating. Um, they that's their way of communicating, something short and to the point, and not some you know book or big paragraph way of communicating. Writing, and computers and typing, all that kind of stuff is Mercury. And it's your sense of humor, how you come across to people, what people see in you. Your like mine is really a dry sense of humor or sarcastic in a joking kind of way. It's not necessarily mean, but anyway. my Mercury is in Capricorn, not Aries, but that was just an example of something. Anyway, yeah, Mercury's sense of humor too. So Mercury, Aries can be like a kid, kind of have a young kind of a personality, kind of sense of humor, whatever. Their communicating is kind of all about Aries. It's not, they're just, you know, really impulsive, and like they like to talk and, you know, tell you what they think or what they feel, whatever. It's, you know, just natural for an Aries to be that way. So I think that's all I have for Mercury and Aries. If any Mercury and Aries wants to add to this video in the comments, feel free. If there's some detail I missed about, you know, your Mercury sign, I'll be recording Mercury in Taurus next.